Howdy, folks. Welcome to this episode of Tools, Technology, and Training, where we highlight amazing women in our industry. Special thanks to Tiffany Sherrado and our loyal sponsors, Milton Industries and Associated Equipment. Milton Industries, always innovating. A lot of the products are hand assembled in Chicago, Illinois. I actually watched this and from the hose assemblies to the hose reels, the digital air inflation gauges to the quick couplers, made in the USA, supplying airline needs for years. Now with Z-Line, Promax, LTI, and STEC supplying tools and fluid equipment. Associated Equipment, hashtag I want the blue one. Also made in the USA, right here in St. Louis, Missouri. I have watched them wrapping the copper, hand tightening the connections, powder coating, and hand installing the gauges, screen printing, great quality in battery chargers, maintainers, testers, jump box, and power supply. In today's episode, Tiffany is a facilitator at Amazing Women in Automotive. She's also the owner, CFO at Lifetime Transmissions in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. She works with Native American Coalition of Tulsa. I believe Tiffany has a lineup of amazing women to talk ASTA. So tell us who you got today, Tiffany.
Hey, Jeff, I've got Becky Hester with us. She's with the administration for ASTA, the Automotive Service and Tire Alliance. First, Becky, I'd like you to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you've done in the automotive industry and give us a little bit of history about the association.
Okay, Tiffany, thanks so much. And thanks to you, Jeff, as well. And Marianne has always been the sidekick. Appreciate you. So I came into the automotive industry when I married my husband, who was in a tire company that his father had started in 1967 in downtown Raleigh, North Carolina. I came to work for them when their office manager took retirement and I had young children. And so I actually did the books from home and entered all their information and got them so they were on computers versus handwritten. After that, we ended up losing our property through eminent domain, one of the lovely socialist part of our government, but it's still a democracy and a republic. So anyway, we made lemonade. My husband had served on the board of the North Carolina Tire Dealers Association for 22 years. And their executive director was ready to take a step back and asked Reese if he might want us to take in that position. And I agreed to be his assistant. I'd been working with him for about 11 years at the tire company, so I knew we wouldn't kill one another doing it. So we then merged in October 1 of 21. We saw the need to take a step back and make a merger of the two associations in North Carolina that were so tightly connected, but yet were still two separate. And so in October 1 of 21, we merged and became the Automotive Service and Tire Alliance. So that was North Carolina Tire Dealers Association and the Independent Garage Owners of North Carolina. And Bob Pulverenti helped shepherd this through prior to his full retirement. And our board of directors did. And then Reese retired after 1 year as associate executive director. So they asked that I stay on, and I have had a great time working with the ASTA Expo, which was the ASTE. So we're very excited about all of our events coming up. So that's me.
Oh my goodness. Number one is you came from the tire industry, so that's on the other end of the spectrum. The
Yes.
other thing is, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that ASTA was only 3 or 4 years old as far as the expos and stuff. But they've been doing the expo for a while.
The ASTE is older than that.
Okay.
They started that, I believe, in 2017, or they've always had conventions, annual conventions. IGO of North Carolina had annual conventions, and I think it was 2017 or 18 when they became more of the expo, the training, the ASTE.
Oh my goodness. I just that we find out something new all the time. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the amazing women and their involvement.
Yeah, so ASTA now ASTA, and it is very close to my heart because they are the first association that we partnered with to do a big women's dinner. Many of you might know Lorraine Klein. She had a transmission shop in North Carolina with her husband, and she is now, after selling their shop, our ambassador. She's very passionate about what the group does. So we chose to keep her on. But she had introduced us to Automotive Service and Tire Alliance because they were looking to create a space for women in the association. And they didn't want to start a new group because there's a number of women's groups out there. So they felt like a partnership would be a great way to do that. So working with them over the past couple years, ASTA is where I met you, Jeff.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of great things have come from it. But this will be our second dinner at the ASTA Expo. Becky, would you like to give us the dates and everything so people know if they would like to
Tiffany,
attend?
I don't want to correct, but it's our third. It's our
Third?
third. Yes, we did the first one at City downtown.
That's
And
right.
then
That's
last
right.
year we were at Mez. And
That's
this
right.
year we're
This
going to
year
be
it'll
at
be Lulu
Lulu
Bang Bang.
Bang Bang.
Yes, you're right. I almost forgot about the downtown one. And that
Yeah.
one was, I think there was 25 ladies
Uh-huh.
originally.
About, yeah,
Last year we had 52,
yeah, 52 or
I
56. It was a
think.
good number.
Yeah. So I would love to see about 75 this year.
Well,
I think
the
we can do it.
restaurant has promised that they will try to accommodate us. Our event is the Automotive Service and Tire Alliance Expo, ASTA Expo, previously ASTE. I don't want anybody to get mixed up. Is September the 26th through the 28th of 2024. And we're going to be for our final year at the Sheraton Imperial in Durham, North Carolina, which is right near the airport. So it's easy for people to fly in, hop an Uber, or the hotel does have an airport, have a shuttle. And so you just call and they'll come pick you up. So come one, come all.
And that's Thursday through Saturday.
Yes, sir.
So this is your last year. Where are you going to be next year?
We're going to be at the Raleigh Convention Center in downtown Raleigh. And we're going to be connected to the Marriott Hotel, which has got even indoor connection to the convention center, which is very convenient. And I actually come from our NCTDA shows used to be held at the convention center connected to the Marriott, and it's a lovely venue, and there's lots and lots to do, so people can bring families, and there's an R-Line bus that you can hop on for free that will run you around to different areas of downtown Raleigh. And so it's going to be a really nice, it's going to be a little bit difficult making all the changes to the schedules to make it work, but it's going to be a great change. We're looking forward to it.
And so I take it it's going to accommodate even more because y'all are growing every year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are, and this trade show it'll be easier for us to bring in, like anybody wants to bring more equipment, because it's right there on the floor where they can just bring it in with the forklifts. We're very excited. This year, Seth Thorson, last year he had a class in 1/4 of the ballroom that we were holding the trade show in, but he's teaching elsewhere this year so that we can have that extra space. We realized we squeezed it last year, but it was good. Everybody seemed friendly. They all got along.
Yes, it was great. And when you say he had a fourth, he was down on the end there with the vehicle and doing EV demonstrations with the
That's right.
EV.
He had the Tesla in there. That was fun.
I mean, it's great training, great information, everything that y'all have and everything you do.
Pre-party
Uh-huh.
is Thursday night. And
Okay.
the pre-party is sponsored by Shop Marketing Pros and the Institute. This is their second year sponsoring the Rush Hour go-karting. And we've got a bus that'll take people over and just keep circling. And so they can go and enjoy themselves. And it includes dinner. And it's some fun. I got in the go-kart. I made it around twice before my anxiety took over. It was loud.
That was y'all did a fantastic job of getting folks over there, and they had the food set out there and all kinds of activities. It was just that was a marvelous event.
And then, so there'll be classes on Thursday during the day for those that sign up for Thursday classes. And then that's kind of an add-on. Friday, Saturday is the standard ticket, but the add-on is Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
And then we'll have Thursday night, the go-kart hospitality free party. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. And then hospitality room will open at the Sheraton on Thursday evening after the go-karting. And then Friday we'll have classes, and then there's the big luncheon on Friday that everybody attends, and then Friday afternoon classes, and then Friday evening there's the ASOG dinner, which is going to be held at the Washington Duke Inn this year. And we're trying to get the ticket sales out. That Lucas Underwood had a loss in his family, and so he's been a little bit slow getting stuff, but we're getting ready to get that cranked up so people can get their tickets for ASOG. And then there's also a pizza party Friday night for those who don't go to ASOG, and then casino night. And casino night this year is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts, and they are going big and they are going strong. And we're very excited to have them as our sponsors for casino night for the first time.
And there was a lot of prizes available at
Yes.
the casino night. And
There are always a lot of prizes at casino night, and we're excited about that. Saturday morning, of course, classes kick in, and vendors can be setting up on Friday afternoon from 4 to 6, and Saturday morning from 7 to 10:30. And then we'll open up the trade show from 11 to 2:30. And lunch is served on the trade show floor. It's just lots of yummy carving stations, and we're doing away with the ham and bringing in a little beef. Oh, no, it's not beef. It's a barbecue, I think. I can't remember. She said it was really good. It's whatever they said was the best. We're doing the turkey and that. And so then on Saturday afternoon, after that, we've got break down the trade show while people attend classes. And then Saturday evening, we've got our closing banquet.
that's just a full schedule. Now, am I missing? When is the women's dinner?
Oh, I'm sorry. Women's dinner is Thursday night before the pre-party. It is
Okay.
from 5:30 to about 7 is what we normally do.
Okay. Folks can come in early on Thursday for some extra classes. Last year, a lot of those were all-day classes.
Yes.
And then the women get together and do their event. And this year it's going to be where?
At Lulu Bang Bang.
Lulu Bang Bang.
It's
And
very near the hotel, and it's an Asian inspired. It's actually owned by the same people that own Mez that we went to last year.
so they're going to have a great. Now, how many can they accommodate over there? If we're trying,
I think about 65 to 70, but as Tiffany said, we'll snuggle in.
so you're trying to max that place out.
We'd love to.
And if they buy their tickets in advance, tell
Yes,
us
sir.
about how they do that.
They can go on our website at astaexpo.com, or if they have a problem at all, they can call Becky Hester.
You do not have to attend the full show. If you just want to go to the women's dinner, the women's dinner tickets can be purchased separately. The sponsor this year was a Techmetric, I believe, sponsoring the dinner this year.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Yep.
Mhm.
And then Techmetric sponsoring the dinner. And then the registrations will go to support Amazing Women in Automotive for the scholarship, for example, which we will be giving away also at ASTA. One lucky lady, we had one last year. She was a technician, had a fabulous time. You can read about her scholarship experience with ASTA on our website, amazingwia.com. You can go check that out. But we're looking forward to giving another one away.
Yes,
But if anybody's interested in that, if they want to reach out to me, they can email me at tiffany@amazingwia.com. Let me know that they're interested in applying, and I will, as soon as that's posted, I will get it right over to them. So it will pay for their registration, it will pay for their hotel stay, and if needed, a flight if they're not local. First time female attendee. So they've never been, and it's for somebody who couldn't afford to go otherwise. So maybe a technician that's working in a shop that doesn't pay for continuing education. They can't afford to pay for themselves to go. Maybe it's a new shop owner, female shop owner, or husband and wife team. They've just started out. They don't have the funds for travel, or can't send both because the business and the company's still new. So those types of situations, we want to give the opportunity to someone in need that would really benefit from it.
And that's one scholarship that's given away.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
And Jeff and Tiffany, they can also email Becky, BECKY Hester, H as in Henry, ESTER, at ASTAUSA.org. So I am more than happy to help somebody if they have an issue with anything, with registration or monetary, just whatever. We'll make stuff happen.
Okay. Now, how much are the tickets to the women's dinner?
$50.
$50.
Mhm.
And that's before, so they'll have time to go there and then still get in on the go-kart racing and the axe throwing and the additional dinner that's going on over there and all kinds of games and stuff. And the big deal is the fellowship.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, the down below the racetrack there was a huge area with tables and folks were just milling around and you cannot dismiss the value of networking, being able to talk to the other shop owners. Number one is when you go to the ladies, you're talking with all the other ladies so that are having the same issues as you are. And then you get over with all of these folks that are coaches, teachers, instructors, shop owners, and you get to ask them the questions. And I have never seen someone that's teaching or a coach or instructor or a shop owner not answer questions for someone when they come up and they say, "Hey, can I seen you on Facebook. Hey, we're friends. Can I ask you some questions?" That value is just undescribable as far as going there, getting there, and anything that you'll learn. A lot of times you learn so much more in the networking
You can't place a value on elbow rubbing and brain picking.
and brain
That's
banking
right.
and
Well,
And
share.
and
that's
one of
one
the
thing
cool
I really have liked about ASTA and ASTEX. I mean, ASTA Expo and ASTE is I do see the speakers and the instructors and of course the vendors, but just really friendly, talking amongst each other and sharing with the owners and the techs. I mean, the tech can come up and ask somebody at the bar a question. I've seen that happen last year during casino night. A tech was asking one of our instructors at the bar a question. And so it was just really great to see him take the time to really explain. Not that I understood the technicalities by any stretch, but it was really nice to see.
And folks like Rick White, it's after the classes or because they all of those folks have booths set up. But there's only so much time in the booth and you want to go around and see everybody. Is I've seen them sitting in an area of the bar or sitting off to the side making themselves available for the folks to come and ask them questions because a lot of times you're like, okay, why do I need a coach? Well, the coaches are there. You can talk to them. You can ask them questions. They're not going to say, okay, well, sign up and then I'll answer your questions. They're going to talk to you. They're going to explain how it works and if it's a good fit for you. And the same with the vendors. The vendors are at the expo, but they're there, at the events. They're there beforehand and you can walk up to them and ask them. And another thing is y'all have the different nonprofits there, and
Mhm.
then you have a big group from the Amazing Women because they have a booth, and they're always hanging around. And it's like, oh my gosh, if you ever thought about getting involved, and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm the only woman in the area. Oh, I feel like I'm the only one.
weekly Wednesday calls. And one of the cool things is if you like the in-person events, what ASTA has done is now not only do we have our annual event, but they are offering quarterly gatherings for women. So I know Becky, there was a couple this year, if you want to talk about those, and then there's another one coming up after the event.
Right. So in April the 11th, we held our first one in Raleigh. We've got one planned, of course, the one with ASTA Expo. And then December the 10th, we've got one in Greensboro that I think will be highly attended. So it's at the Undercurrent Restaurant, which is a farm to table restaurant, and it's really cool. One of our board members recommended it highly.
I bet that'll be a lot of fun. And what's kind of nice is it's not all work at these events, right, Becky? Like everybody's
Right.
just getting together, having a good time, enjoying each other, getting to know each other as people. The training is great, but sometimes it's just about connecting. And that gives you a few hours to do that. And I think they do a great job of allowing their members to do that.
Our December 10th, Kim Walker with Shop Marketing Pros. She is hosting, they're sponsoring that dinner, and she is wanting to do something fun, holiday related. She's not going to make you bring stuff, but she's going to want to do something fun. So I think that'll be a great one.
That'll be good. Well, hopefully we get lots of people that'll sign up for those. And then I've noticed you guys are adding a lot of female speakers to your lineup this year.
This is
A lot
true.
of events don't have too many. And Marianne Croce is going to be one of the speakers. Marianne, you went to the event for your first time last year and attended to see what it was all about, and then applied to be a speaker this year, and you were accepted.
Yes, yeah, I was really impressed with the event last year. The camaraderie, the number of people that attended, and how friendly they were, welcoming. So I was really looking forward to speaking at this event. And it's always good to go and get a feel for an event, so that you can understand the needs in that area, the needs of the members. So I'm really looking forward to it. And it's exciting that it's growing. I was really impressed with how much it's grown over the years.
So, Marianne, what are you going to be teaching on this year?
So I am going to be speaking. I think they titled the session with the speakers words of wisdom. And my session is about owners that are actually owning their role. So they'll learn in the time that we're together what your role as an owner is and what it is not, and how to make the most out of it.
What it is not. That sounds interesting. So, in other words, sometimes you delegate out and then you let them do their jobs. Is that what you're saying?
That's true, Jeff.
Your job is not the micromanager. That's what it
No, it's amazing, isn't it? It's not to wear every single hat.
That's the best path to burnout. If you try to wear every single hat, that is your fastest path to burnout.
It is. It's so true.
Absolutely.
How often are you doing your webinars with ASA?
The weekly webinars that I do each week, they're not a webinar, they're a live, if that's
Okay.
what you're referencing. Yeah, they're quick. They're like 15 minutes each week, and talking about different topics that shop owners are dealing with. So it's really quick. And that way people get a feel for me and they know who I am. But the idea is to really help support, shop owners that are really in overload, right? They're doing it all and trying to navigate through it. And then I just started doing shop owner think tank. So I'll do those monthly, and that's where owners can just no charge for it. They just come in and we'll do it on Zoom, and it's once a month, and they'll be able to talk about challenges and the wins too, and help out each other.
So there's so much information that you need to go to these events and then the fellowship with all the women. So any last words? Just under 2 months now, the end of September. So the folks need to register. They need to get signed up. They need to get their hotel room.
Yes, we're starting to run low on hotel rooms, but I do have another block at the hotel that is immediately next door. And we had quite a few people last year who were using Airbnbs. So that's a good idea that I can put out there. And I am in the market tomorrow. I'm supposed to be looking for some other hotels in our vicinity. We really increased our number of rooms at the Sheraton Imperial this year, and so we didn't think we would need more than the one full rollover. But we're gonna do a little more looking tomorrow. But it was after hours, and I had to get ready to come on with you and you all. So, and I will tell you, you can visit our website at www.asteexpo.com and go to attendees and register here. And on the opening page, you can also see there are hotels and venues available. And if there are any sponsors who are listening in out here, I'm starting to get in the short rows, but I'm always happy to make some space for a sponsor who'd like to come in. And I've got quite a few new ones this year. And so we're looking, we've got, most of them are coming back from last year. And so I'm always happy. So if you visit that ASTAexpo.com website, and if you can't get anything there, you have a problem, reach out to me at becky.hester@astausa.org, and I will make it happen.
Of more than we realize we are. So organizations like this, ASTA and the Expo and Amazing Women in Automotive are just great resources for everyone that's out there in the industry.